Good morning, all.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
So, have you read the textbook? Huh?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
All of you? No response. All of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
ma'am.
Any doubt, children?
No, ma'am.
Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
So, we can go to the next topic, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, the next is so the last class we discussed about the caste system and history. In the past, history is associated with dates or because it's include the events and the battles. But now it will explain how and the what concepts too. Then the criterion to select a date. How to select the dates in history? That is very important. Dates become important when we assume that a particular set of events are important. When the date become very important, if we are thinking a particular events are important. An example, most of the Indian history is written by whom? Most of the Indian history is written by whom? By the Indians or by the British people? British. Most of the Indian history is not written by Indians, it's written by the British. So to whom they will give more importance? About the Indian history or about their rule? Which one they will give more importance? Their rule, right? When they came into power or when the first governor general, who was the first governor general, how was his rule? Then about the last viceroy, who was the last viceroy, how was their rule? They will give more importance to their rule. So always remember the date become important. When the date become important, when we are assuming that a particular set of dates or events are important. If a particular event is important, an example is about the histories. The historians started writing with the rule of first governor general. That means most of the Indian history is written by the British historians. So the historians, they started writing with the rule of first governor general. Who was the first governor general? Are you familiar with his name? Warren Hastings. No, okay. The first governor general, don't worry, in the coming chapters we will study about them, okay. The first governor general was Warren Hastings and the rule ended with the last viceroy, Mountbatten. Have you heard about Mountbatten? At the time of independence, he became the viceroy, Lord Mountbatten. He was the last viceroy in India. Mountbatten plan and all they are related to the division of India and Pakistan. So the criteria to select a date. So the date become important when we assume that a particular set of events are important. So here in India, most of the Indian history is written by the British historians, and also they started writing with the rule of first governor general. They are writing the Indian history. So they started their history writing with the rule of the first governor general. How was the condition at that time? And also their rule ended with the Lord Mountbatten. In between, so many governor generals and viceroy were there. Initially, the term governor general was used. But later, after 1857 revolt, India came under as a direct colony of Britain and they changed the post governor general to viceroy. So it deals, so the terms governor general was there. Initially they used governor general, but later it changed to viceroy. So these histories begin with the rule of first governor general Warren Hastings and ended with last viceroy Mountbatten. And in between, so many viceroys were there. Warren Hastings, Wellesley, Lord Benedict, Dalhousie, Canning, Lytton, Ripon, Curzon. Are you familiar with any of these names? Have you heard about any of these names? No. So some of these names are important to us, okay? Related to the coming chapters, not every name, some of the names like Dalhousie, Lord Dalhousie. Then Ripon, Lytton. So some of these names we will study in the coming chapters. They are the viceroys who ruled India. Like our names. We cannot change their name, okay? So you must study the names. Who was the first Governor General? Warren Hastings. And the last Viceroy?
Lord
Lord
Mountbatten.
Mountbatten. Lord Mountbatten. The first Governor General is Warren Hastings and the last Viceroy is Lord Mountbatten. This is Warren Hastings, okay? So when writing about him, they will explain his policies, about his administration, what are the important policies and all the things they will mention in
Can
their
you show the previous slide?
Previous slide, okay, sure. This one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So if we are studying about, in the history, if they are writing about Warren Hastings, what all things they will write about his activities, what all things he did. Then about his policies, what are the policies he followed. And also about the achievements. Okay. Important achievements. All the things were mentioned in it. Clear? So if they are writing about a particular, that's why we explained first, the date become important when we assume that a particular set of events are important. So if we are discussing about the period, the rule of Warren Hastings, all these dates are important. All these things are important. What are its important activities? Which are the major policies? And what is his achievement? All these things are important. History. When we are explaining about a particular incident. Then, classification of history. Have you heard about any classification?
Oh, that slide
No?
once more.
Ma'am, ancient history.
Ancient history.
Medieval and
Medieval and?
Ma'am, can you show the last slide?
Medieval and? Ancient, medieval, then one more term will be there. The two are correct. One classification is like that, ancient, medieval, and one more is there, that is modern. Okay, that is the historians classified. The Indian historians classified the Indian history into three, ancient, medieval, and modern. But the classification of British people is different. The British historians divide the Indian history in another way. That is Hindu, Muslim, and the British period. They divided the Indian history into another categorization. So, the Scottish economist and the political philosopher James Mill, in his book, The History of British India, he divided the period into three. James Mill, in his book, The History of British India, he divided the Indian history into three periods. One is Hindu, Muslim, and British. A Scottish economist and a political philosopher, James Mill, his name is James Mill, in his book, what is the name of his book? History of British India. History of British India. He divided the Indian history into three periods. That is Hindu, Muslim, and British. James Mill, in his book, The History of British India, he classified the Indian history into three, Hindu, Muslim, and British. Why the classification is like this? Hindu, Muslim and British.
And first Hinduism was practiced in India.
Very good. Louder,
Then-
dear.
Then,
First, Hindus
then-
were ruled the country, right? You heard about the Hindu dynasties like Guptas.
then Islam was established.
Yes. Then
then
very good, very good. That's why this division is there. Initially, the country was ruled by the Hindu rulers, right? Have you heard about the Maurya dynasty, Gupta dynasty and all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
First, they ruled the country, right? After that, the Khilji dynasty is there, Mughal dynasty. Last dynasty that ruled India is the Mughal dynasty. After that, the Muslim dynasty were there. After defeating them, who came to power? British came to power. So they classified the Indian history into three. One is the Hindu, Muslim and British as per according to the rulers who ruled the country. Based on that, they divided into three: Hindu, Muslim and British. Clear why this classification? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All
ma'am.
of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. So who classified the Indian history into Hindu, British and Muslim?
James Mills.
James Mill. Name of his book?
History of British India.
History of British India. He divided into Hindu, Muslim and British. Then, is any type of prior to British rule, how was the condition of India? Before the British came to power, how was the condition of India? Is any evil practices were there in our country?
Yes.
Yes. Can you say anyone? Nandana, louder. Sati, very good. It's an evil practice. What is Sati? Anybody? Everyone know?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
When the
Sati.
husbands die, the women also die.
Their wives should jump into the fire.
Jump into the fire. It's an evil practice, right? When the husband died, the wife also want to jump into the fire. The Sati was there. Then any other?
And child marriage.
Child marriage, very good. Then
Untouchability.
untouchability. Yes. Then untouchability is related to caste, right? So before, prior to British rule, so many, I can't hear what you are saying. Dear, please change your position. Maybe network issue, that's why you are not able to hear me. Okay. So prior to British rule, how was the condition of India? Before the Britishers took over India, there was Hindus and Muslim rulers who used to exploit India. India strongly believe in, as you said, what are the major problems at that time? Caste system, multiple religions, and also superstitious. People are so much superstitious. So they followed some unnecessary evil practices. James Mill felt that, he was a British historian, so he felt that who can civilize Indians? British. So only the British rule could civilize India and teach them the manners, arts and laws. Okay. So according to him, prior to British rule, the country is not a civilized one. According to James Mill, before the British rule, Indian society is not a civilized one. Indian people strongly believed in caste system, multiple religions and superstitious. And he felt that only the British rule could civilize India and teach them the manners, arts and laws. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, who divided Indian history into Hindu, Muslim and British?
James Mill.
James Mill, in his book name?
History of British.
History of British India. History of British India. He divided the Indian history into three: Hindu, British, Hindu, Muslim, and British. And according to him, that time Indian society was an uncivilized society, and the people believed in caste system, multiple religion, and superstition. Somewhat it's right, right? Because of that time we have untouchability was there. Then Sati, another evil practice was there. Caste system was too rigid at that time. So at that time, the people, caste taboos are too much. So at that time, Indian history is not at all civilized. So according to him, only the British rule can civilize the country, and the British rule civilize the country and teach the people the manners, arts, and laws. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but Isha already said, as per the Indian history classification, we classified it into three periods: ancient history, medieval history, and modern history. The Indian history's classification is ancient, medieval, and modern. But according to James Mill, the classification is
Hindu, Muslim, British.
Muslim and
British.
But as per the Indian history classification, it is ancient, medieval, and modern. Okay. Clear? So this is in page number 2. In the textbook, page number 2 and 3. Two headings are there. Which dates and how do we periodize? How we classify? Just read that portion. If any doubt is there, now itself you ask. First you read which date. All of you take your textbook and read it. Finished? Finished?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so children, which date and how do we periodize? Two portions you must read. One more period we have today, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That time. Please complete it, okay? You must read it and complete it. Then if any doubt is there, you can ask to me in the next class, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Then thank you all. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
ma'am.